A few years ago, I sat in a lecture theatre in London at two of the best universities in the world, studying for a master's degree that I did not pay for. Somebody else paid every pound of it. Because I won a fully funded scholarship, and let me be honest, I am not a genius. I had no connections and no money. I trained as a doctor in Uganda, and I got very good at applying for things. That is the secret. It is a boring, learnable process, and almost nobody teaches it properly. So today I will. 7 steps, real deadlines, real scholarships, open right now. Stay to the end, because step 2 is the one that quietly kills more applications than anything else, and almost nobody knows about it until it is too late. Let us go. Step 1. Before you look at a single scholarship, get specific about what you want to study and why it matters. Funders are not buying you a certificate. They are investing in a person who will go home and change something. So I want to study public health in the UK is not an answer. That is a wish. I want to study health financing because our district hospitals run out of medicines by the 3rd week of every month. And I want to fix the supply chain that causes it is an answer. Same field. Completely different application. One gets forgotten, the other gets you an interview. For me, the thread was strengthening health systems where they are weakest. That single idea ran through every essay, every reference, every interview answer. So finish this sentence. I want to study blank because in my country blank is broken and I intend to blank. Everything else hangs off that one sentence. Step 2. And this is the one I promised you. There are 2 applications, not one. And the money one usually closes first. Almost everybody assumes you win a scholarship, then go and find a university. It does not work like that. You run 2 applications in parallel, one to the university for admission, one to the funder for money, different forms, different deadlines. And here is the trap. For many of the best awards, the funding deadline is earlier than the course deadline, not the same day. Earlier. At Cambridge, the MasterCard Foundation program states plainly that its funding deadline sits before the course deadline. At Oxford, the Clarendon Fund is not even a separate form. You are considered automatically, but only if your application is in by the January course deadline. Miss it and you are never in the room. So the rule is simple. Find both deadlines. Work backwards from the earlier one. Free money has a deadline, and the deadline does not care how you feel about it. Step 3. Stop applying to everything. Apply to the awards that were designed for a person exactly like you. This is where people waste months. They apply to 40 scholarships badly instead of 6 properly. Each big award has a personality. Learn them. Chevening in the UK wants mid-career professionals with leadership potential. The 2027 round opened on the 4th of August 2026 and closes on the 6th of October. Tuition, flights, visa, and a stipend of £1,378 a month outside London, or £1,690 inside it. Not a fortune in London. Considerably more than 0, which is where most of us start. DAAD in Germany runs EPOS, built for professionals from developing countries with 2 years of work experience. Deadlines October to November. Fulbright in the United States open to over 160 countries, usually August to October. Australia awards target developing countries and they are strict. Many African applicants need to be at least 25 with around 5 years of work experience. The 2027 round closed in April, so watch February, and the MasterCard Foundation program at Cambridge for African citizens living in Africa. Tuition, accommodation, stipend, health cover, flights, a laptop, sometimes an allowance for dependents. Find the 2 or 3 where you are not the exception. You are the target. Step 4. The paperwork. This is the least interesting step and it is where most people run out of time. Start collecting now, not in the deadline week. Certified transcripts. Your university will take longer than you expect. Assume weeks. A passport with real time left on it. An English test, and here is useful news. It is no longer only IELTS and TOEFL. More than 7,000 institutions now accept the Duolingo English test, which is cheaper and faster. Many also take PTE, Cambridge English or Language Set. Most UK courses ask around 6 to 6.5 on IELTS, and before you pay, check whether you need it at all. If your degree was taught in English, many universities accept a medium of instruction letter instead. That letter is free. The test is not. Then build one master CV and one master statement and adapt them. Do not start from a blank page 8 times. Step 5. The personal statement. This is where scholarships are won and lost, so give me your full attention for 90 seconds. The single most common mistake is writing a list of your achievements. A statement that lists achievements reads like a CV that has learned to talk. Panels have read thousands of them. What wins is a story with a specific problem in it. Here is what selectors actually score using Chevening because they publish it. Leadership with results, not your job title. A moment where you took the lead and something measurably changed. Networking with outcomes, not that you are friendly. A time you brought people together who would not otherwise have met and what came of it. And a career plan that is realistic and specific. What you will do when you get home. Not a dream, a plan. Now the mistakes that get people cut. Do not send the same statement to every award because panels can tell instantly. Do not go over the word limit. If they ask for 500 words, 750 says you cannot follow instructions. And check your spelling because on a competitive award, a careless error is a free reason to reject you. And please do not promise to cure cancer. Panels have read that essay several thousand times. Modest and specific beats grand and vague every time. Then read it aloud. If it sounds like a real person with a real purpose, you are close. Step 6. Your referees. You are handing part of your application to somebody else, so choose carefully. Pick people who have actually seen you work. A famous name who barely knows you writes a polite empty letter, and empty letters are obvious. The supervisor who watched you run a project beats a professor who taught you once in a room of 200, then make their job easy. Send your statement, your CV, the deadline, and 3 things you would like them to mention. You are not being pushy, you are being useful, and ask early. Do not ambush your referee 3 days before the deadline. That is not a reference request. That is a hostage situation. Give them 3 weeks, then remind them once politely a week before. They will not mind. They have forgotten. Everybody forgets. Step 7. The interview. And then the part of this process that nobody puts on the poster. If you reach an interview, understand what has happened. They have decided you are good enough on paper. That is settled. The interview is about whether you are clear, grounded, and genuine. Know your story cold. Why this course? Why this country? Why now? And what happens when you go home? With Chevening, interviews run March to April, results come mid-June, and you fly that September. From application to departure is nearly a year. Plan accordingly. Now the hard part. You will probably be rejected at least once. Almost everybody who wins one of these has been turned down somewhere first. That is not the exception, that is the normal path. A rejection is not a verdict on you. It is one panel, in 1 year, with one budget. Ask for feedback. Fix the weakest part. Apply again. The people who win are very often the people who applied twice. So there it is. 7 steps. Get specific. Admission and funding are 2 separate races, and the money one often closes first. Build a short list where you are the target. Do the paperwork early. Write a story, not a list. Choose referees who have seen you work. Treat rejection as a step. One important thing. Scholarship dates change every year. Everything I quoted was accurate when I recorded this, but verify every deadline on the official site. Never take a date from a video, including mine. And if you think people like you do not win this, hear it from someone who did. I was not exceptional. I was persistent and organized. That is a much lower bar, and it is available to you. Tell me in the comments what you want to study and where. I will point you toward the awards that fit. Subscribe because I am building a full series on this alongside my health videos. Go and start your list today. I will see you in the next one.